Well, I think we can all agree right now that AI is really in fashion. But what about AI in fashion, or the fashion industry? Our next Breakthrough Demo Award is for Laws of Motion, talking about how we can use AI in the apparel resale industry to really revolutionize the fashion game.
Hi, everyone. How are we doing? Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. My name is Bigi. I am the founder and CEO of Laws of Motion. Laws of Motion is an AI sizing technology for the apparel industry. We let you know your best fitting size when you're shopping online and help brands better fit their customers. Apparel returns have become a $1 trillion a year crisis. $1 trillion a year crisis for brands. And the problem is that sizing is inconsistent. Sizing is inconsistent across geographies, it's inconsistent across brands, and it's inconsistent within brands. And so that inconsistency creates confusion, and that confusion leads 77%, we're missing a few words, but 77% of customers to order the wrong size, and it leads to 63% of customers ordering multiple sizes. So not only is that creating a $1 trillion a year crisis, it's also contributing to 25 billion pounds of textile waste going to landfills each year. But what are we supposed to do? Like, what do brands expect customers to do? It's confusing. So, I mean, how many times you've been shopping online, you see a great product, you go to order that great product, and then you pause and you say, what size should I order? Enter Laws of Motion. Laws of Motion ensures that customers order the right size every time. And we do that by predicting your body measurements with 99% accuracy. We predict your body measurements. We then let you know your best fitting size site-wide for each specific product that you're shopping. And it could vary depending on the product. What's unique about how customers can engage with our solution is we provide choice. We call it a choose your own adventure. So customers have choice in using our fit quiz, answering a couple questions. They have choice in using our body scan, they upload 2 photos, or they can enter their measurements directly. And that makes sense, right? Think about the 20-year-olds you know who are always on their phones, they snap 2 pics, 10 seconds later their body scan's done, they have their best fitting sizes site-wide. Then you think of somebody who's in their 40s or 50s. They maybe don't want to take 2 photos to do that, but they will answer a couple questions and use our fit quiz. And then you have customers in their 60s and 70s who either know their body measurements to 1/8 of an inch, which you would be surprised how many customers know their body measurements, or they prefer to take their measurements at home and enter them directly, and that's a choice as well. And in doing so, we'll provide their best fitting sizes site-wide, real time. We took a pretty different approach to building this technology. So a little bit of a backstory. I grew up in Houston, Texas. Anybody from Texas? Anybody been to Texas? There we go, okay. It's a big place. It's a really big place. And growing up there in such a big place, it's interesting at such a young age how it made me realize just how small we are. And I grew up in Houston because my family has deep roots in the NASA shuttle program. So my formative years were literally my parents sending my best friend's parents to space on a regular basis. And after every flight, I'd lay in bed at night and think about, oh my God, we live on a rock in space. Like anything is possible. Rules or suggestions. And rules or suggestions is something we talk a lot about at Laws of Motion. So fast forward from formative years, 2017, I'm graduating Columbia Business School. I'm like, how are we going to build this technology that is needed to transform this industry? And I concluded that we were going to build a brand. We are going to build a brand that incubates the technology, and we're going to do that so we can amass billions of data points that we can use to custom train the tech. We're going to do that so that we can longitudinally study how customers engage with the solution and refine it over time. And we're going to do that so that we can show the power of the technology. So that's what we did. Laws of Motion is the first AI sizing technology that was built in its own brand for brands. And it's provided a number of competitive advantages, but one of that is being able to prove very early on the power of the solution. The brand has less than a 1% return rate. It has 10x higher conversion and customer retention than your average direct-to-consumer brand. And it's still around. Lawsofmotion.com exists. It's size and shape inclusive, sizes 00 through 40. It's zero waste, zero inventory. Everything is made on demand. And it's really functioned as a great R&D incubator for the technology, and it will continue to do so. So for example, we have an avatar functionality that's going live. It's the first time we're introducing visual preference into the size selection equation. And so that will go live first on lawsofmotion.com and then be pushed live to our solution for brands. And you know what's interesting about building technology in the environment it's going to exist is that it's garnered a lot of attention from the industry early on. So anytime there'd be some headline in the press about Laws of Motion has all these sizes, it's made to order, it's using technology in this way that predicts body measurements, I'd get tons of messages from brand CEOs, from VPs of e-com saying, how are you doing this? This is incredible. Would you ever consider licensing the solution? And I would respond and say, wow, what a great idea. I was like, of course we're going to license the technology. You don't change the world by building a solution for yourself. You change the world by building a solution that can be a rising tide for everybody. And that brings us to where we are today. On the front end, as a customer, we tell you your best fitting sizes site-wide. On the back end, we're helping brands fundamentally refine and extend their sizing to better fit their actual customers. And we do this through real-time dashboards. So every brand has their own live dashboard that not only reports the impact that our technology is having on their most important KPIs like conversion and return rate, but we're also showing them, here's how your sizes are linearly proportioned today, but here's how your customers are actually shaped. We launched the solution last quarter, and we've had some pretty remarkable results so far. Brands that are using Laws of Motion's AI sizing technology have seen a 954% increase in their conversion. I saw some numbers right before this that indicate it's actually closer to 1,300%. And we've seen a 68% reduction in returns. So if we just pop back to that $1 trillion return crisis for a second, we're talking about the power of increasing brand profitability $680 billion a year while removing 15 billion pounds of textile waste from our planet every year. And we're just getting started. Feel free to scan the QR code that goes directly to my LinkedIn, so shoot me a message. Follow along on lawsofmotion.ai. You can shop the brand at lawsofmotion.com. Insider tip, you can use AI Hot 100 for 20% off your order. And I just want to conclude by saying Laws of Motion as a name is all about being a force at whoever you choose to be, whatever you choose to be. And I hope that in some small way, all of our time together today will inspire you to continue to be a force at whoever you choose to be. Thank you.